It's a big, I know, as long as she get really. Listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way back. When it's done, we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap. You said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back, in the back of the Maybach. Play that. You see J that. I be in the streets like a strip rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope. Sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Game time's here. Riding with us, Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think this is something that we can expect the rest of the day here, Mike, in the passing game. They love getting the running backs involved early. And I think until the defense shows they got a plan to take him away, expect them to continue to find ways to get him involved in the passing game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll get this underneath to Swift. He is knocked down hard. stops him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down Bears.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw downfield, caught by Burton.
It's a gain of
16 on that pass play. First down, Chicago.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. Throw it again. It's Williams. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal. Throwing again, Williams. This is toward the side of the end zone. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. That his second TD catch of the season. Prater, extra point is good. The Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Anthony Jennings. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Black 20! Horrible!
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Yes,
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdowns on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. To the goal line and in. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Now Prater tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line.
Like 17. Here we go. Ric Flair. What's that?
On first down, it's gone. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up second down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where he needed to be.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Super. Orange. What's that?
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And that is incomplete contact, but the flag's going to be fourth down. Here's Jack Fox now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Here's Williams on first and 10. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 38.
On first and 10, it's Williams. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
Vegas! Ready, shot! Vegas! Yes! Tackle!
Here's Williams now to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. He's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
At the 32-yard line.
We go, Todd! 180!
From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, you end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
50-yard line.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. He'll take this down to the 47. It was Terrion Arnold there to make the play. They face second down and 7. To throw is Williams. Catch made there, left side by Walker. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
2. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. Even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
for a field goal, they'll go for it here on fourth down. That's taken in. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that fourth down conversion.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have. And fortunately for them, he bails them out by not securing the catch.
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Bears. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And Raiders set to kick off.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Super one. Average wall.
To throw is Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
One out wide to Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throwing on second down, Goff. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here's a designed run. Williams hit, and he loses the football.
The keeper.
And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago. To the right side, caught by Burton. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Pick up on the play. First down, Bears.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got Loveland free left side. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. This one's good for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Still time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
You heard a man, the love controller, the love king. I told you, hard up when I let the journey begin. Try to find lies, let you from walking on the lies. So full of lies, so I just want to get them.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down. The Lions call their first timeout as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Second and inches.
White 20. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
Take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Vegas! Yes!
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. And the second charge timeout to Chicago. As they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Williams. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and long. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35.
Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club. Boy, I sat down. Still balling. Money stacked out and shack now.
180! Turbo set!
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 28.
They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rick Flair! Watch him right here! Shell!
Goff to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
What's that?
A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Out comes Matthew Wright to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Wright's kick is good. And the Lions will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Sling. They'll bring this up to the 22. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Over the middle. He's got got Burton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here's a third down and 4. Williams to the air once more. That's out left and complete to Burton. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Throwing again, Williams. Pass right side, going to be taken in by Walker. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. They'll run with Swift. He's slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Roll Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his first touchdown of the new year. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball game.
And Raiders set to kick off.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Hey, give me a G. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I take a G bag. Watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 3. Here's Goff. Oh, no chance there. Under heavy rush. He goes down.
Well, they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack. Now, if you're the quarterback, quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Third down and 9. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. We'll talk things over before third down.
Potw. Ric Flair. Turbo's up.
From the gun, it's Goff. He finds his man, and it's Gorge. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Detroit.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's into the end zone. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
And the Bears first down.
To throw is Williams. Catch made there, left side by Walker. Down the sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears stretch things out even further.
Lions 10.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No fun of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Value three.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Here we go. White 20.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll go play action with Goff. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this third quarter. A second down throw for Goff. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 21
And how
yards.
about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 26-yard line.
Here's Goff. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
180!
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Cornell!
Throwing, Goff. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, like he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And that pressure getting there in a hurry just ends up being a wasted down.
Go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Goff. And he's in. Greg Dortch. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight. They're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this.
Lions 17.
And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
This is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now Williams. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
Smart decision there on first and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here. Brings up second and goal.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. For Burden, that is his first touchdown in the NFL. Prater, extra point is good. And the Bears add on to their already sizable lead.
17.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
We go tonight. What's that?
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
180. What's that?
On first down, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
We go tonight. 2 for 1. 180.
To throw is Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He gets free inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bears.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that, and then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you got to make the most of it.
Bears 56, Lions 17.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Cut. 180.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On second down, Goff. Working 3 downfield. It is Williams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
It is a big play there for the Lions.
First
and even
10
30 yards.
37-yard line.
Black 20. Attack.
Goff to throw on first down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He connects downfield to Dort. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.